With a trailer yet to release and little information available, the contents of Doom Eternal's next campaign expansion is still a mystery. We have confirmation of new levels, new abilities, and a new weapon, although nothing solid has been said about these topics. Today I'm going to discuss what I think we will get out of the Ancient Gods Part 2 from both a gameplay and story perspective, along with how it could all end. If you enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, and as always, I hope you enjoy. At the end of Doom Eternal's main campaign, the Slayer's Crucible blade was left inside the corpse of the Icon of Sin. The removal of the Slayer's Crucible left a slot open for a new weapon to make its way into Doom Eternal. I feel as if this slot will most likely be filled with a super weapon, much like the BFG or the Crucible. It was recently confirmed that the weapon is already in Doom Eternal in some way. The two pre-existing super weapons that come to mind are the Demonic Crucible and the Soul Cube. The Demonic Crucible is powering the Fortress of Doom and can potentially be wielded by the Dark Lord at some point in the expansion. And so far, the Soul Cube has been nothing but an Easter egg in both Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, and I don't think the introduction of a super weapon is needed. So, what do I think the new super weapon will be? I think we will get some sort of Argent weapon during the next expansion. This weapon could be anything from a Sentinel Spear to the Demonic Crucible. I don't really feel like we'll get to use it outside of the expansion though, as the 3 abilities introduced in Part 1 are exclusive to those levels. Speaking of new abilities, I speculate that we will get more passive rune-like abilities similar to the Ancient Gods Part 1. I think the game is good where it's at in terms of abilities like the Dash and Blood Punch. Adding a new ability like this could be a bad addition to the game. I personally think the addition of a few passive abilities would be nice, such as an ability that sets Meat Hook grapple points on fire to give you more armor as you pass. Meat Hook grapple points are a new addition to platforming and level traversal coming to the Ancient Gods Part 2. The introduction of these points will certainly make the platforming in Eternal a lot more fun and challenging. Adding this feature to new arenas would also make the game faster and could heighten the experience as well as change the way the game is played altogether. In terms of levels and arenas, I theorize that we will get a Sentinel level, a Hell level, and possibly a new place in the Doom universe. It has been mentioned that the Divinity Machine, the machine used by the Seraphim to give the Slayer his immense strength and speed, will play an important role in the story of the second expansion. The only known Divinity Machine is located in Taurus Nabad and is currently in an unusable state. Although I'm not sure how the Divinity Machine will fit into the story, I do feel like we could make a return to Taurus Nabad. It's always entirely possible that part of a level could include a new, corrupted portion of Taurus Nabad and reintroduce the Divinity Machine into the story. Along with new information on the Divinity Machine, I theorize that we could get new lore regarding the Slayer's backstory and potentially what happened between the ending of Doom 64 and the Slayer's arrival on Sentinel Prime. With the reveal of the Dark Lord, we could also be getting new information on the story of Hell and how the Slayer has shaped it without the Dark Lord's presence, along with how the Slayer's mark relates to the Dark Lord. The Slayer's mark is seen carved into the back of the Dark Lord in the ending cutscene of the Ancient Gods Part 1. Speaking of Hell, a new portion of Hell being included as a level was discussed in a recent dev stream. This Hell level will most likely be the final level of the expansion, ending with a confirmed Dark Lord boss battle. The Dark Lord is the Slayer's true equal, possessing just as much strength, speed, and willpower as our protagonist. With that being said, it's easy to assume that this fight won't be easy. Forcing the player to use every learned skill and weapon to its fullest extent, this battle has the potential to really push the players in a meaningful way, putting a halt to even the best of the best. Although the ending to this fight is uncertain, it can be easily assumed that the Slayer will reign victorious, even if it costs him his life. It was mentioned that the fight was playtested and is currently too difficult on Nightmare difficulty. This sounds promising, as it seems to be a pretty difficult fight, and that's always a good thing. During the most recent dev stream, a new demon was announced for the Ancient Gods Part 2. The Screecher is a new hell zombie that, when killed, will buff all demons in a certain area. The Screecher will force players to rethink how they approach arenas. It was mentioned that there is an encounter with 2 Marauders and a Screecher. This encounter could be challenging under the right circumstances. I think it would be best for the Screechers to be immune to ice grenades and have a moderate speed. Making them extremely slow or completely immobile would give a player room to easily kill enemies without having to worry about the Screecher. Making the Screecher a more powerful passive demon could make fights a whole lot more interesting than the 3 DLC levels. Personally, I'm looking forward to this creature. I think it'll add a lot to combat, and it'll make the player think before they shoot, instead of just throwing explosives as they will. There was a small mention of a new heavy demon that was described as one of the best heavy demons so far. There is the possibility that this demon could be the Chain Gunner from the classic Doom games. The Chain Gunner is the only classic Doom demon that hasn't made its way back into the series since the reboot back in 2016. But we will just have to wait and see, as nothing is confirmed and anything could happen. As a final addition to the video, The Ancient Gods Part 2 has just been rated in Australia. The Ancient Gods Part 1 was rated about a month away from its release. With that being said, it seems like there is a chance that The Ancient Gods Part 2 could still be released in March of 2021. I could personally see them releasing it on Friday, March 19th, as it would keep the 1-year promise and be a great way to celebrate the game's 1-year anniversary. The trailer for The Ancient Gods Part 2 is also most likely on its way. I personally speculate that we could see it sometime in the next 2 weeks, but then again, that is just speculation. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave any criticism or comments down below so I can keep improving the channel and make the best content possible. I really appreciate the recent support on the channel. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers, and it's something I never really thought I would see on the channel, and I'm really grateful for you guys and your support. I hope you guys have been enjoying these types of videos, and I would love to hear any ideas on what I should do next. If you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It would really help out the channel, and subscribing is completely free. Until next time.